We talked before about Football Manager being a placebo machine. We've talked about it being an RPG. I'll tell you one thing that it is. It's a game that's designed to drive you nuts. But there are some things you can do to prevent the game from making you go insane. I'll show you one of my tricks here today. So one of the things that really drives me nuts about Football Manager is that every once in a while you have to do these things called press conferences. And yeah, the press conferences are just not any fun at all. That's a big part of the issue that I have with it because it comes up frequently. Now, you don't have to do them yourself. You can always have your assistant do it for you. But there's a trick you can use to do it yourself and to get the praise and the good graces that comes from the press conference without screwing things up. So I'll show you here what I'm talking about. So we'll look into this. This is right after our FA Cup second round defeat against Cambridge. Cambridge United are a better club than us. We had no business thinking that we could win anything at all. There are a whole bunch of things that they want to talk about, so we'll attend it ourselves. The first question, look, we have a whole bunch of people talking to me. Usually there's just one. Defeat for your side today sends you out of the competition. Just how disappointed are you? It gives us a chance to concentrate our focus elsewhere. I am not too upset as success in this competition was never on the cards. I would rather not talk about it. People say there are no easy games in football these days, and that certainly rings true for this competition. But we stood a good chance of winning this one, so I'm not best pleased to have been knocked out like that. Or I'm very disappointed with the result. It was a fixture we were very capable of winning, and it would have been nice to at least try to go further in the competition. At least for this question, the responses are somewhat different. But the big secret, see how everybody's pleased with me already? The big secret is you always choose the second from the left. So we just choose that one. And people are still happy. If we choose a different one, people might be upset. They might be offended. The other thing I do is I don't do any of this junk, right? You can do it. But why? Who cares? You're just there to answer questions, so just answer questions. Do you have any thoughts regarding Bonner and Cambridge following the match? Oh, it's the manager, Bonner, who was quoted as saying, blah, 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 I don't care, right? They're a very impressive team. Despite being defeated, we can take more away from this than we would have been able to from 99% of matches. No, we're not really. I think it's clear that they're a considerably bigger and better team than we are right now, and they're at the level we should be aspiring to reach. Yeah, I say that's fair. No, I don't, and I'm not going to say that. I've not been completely enamored with some of the comments coming from their camp. It's left a bit of a sour taste, and I'd love another crack at them. I don't pay attention to this stuff. That's the thing. And then I don't think Cambridge are as good as people will make them out to be. I thought we gave them a game, and I thought we could beat them, give another chance. I mean, we could read deep into this, saying that I will have the side right up for it, and it'll be a great experience. I mean, so I'm not going to say something negative about them, right? We'll just do this again, second from the left. Hallam's dream run is over, ending in defeat to Cambridge today. What are your immediate thoughts post-match? Everyone associated with this team can be proud of how we played today and throughout this run. I would say that, yeah. The players worked so hard and performed admirably. There's no shame in this defeat. What is the difference between these two? I mean, please tell me, what is the difference between those two choices? It's the same thing, right? I mean, this is the thing that drives me nuts about this, right? Because you'll spend all day like, well, they're the same thing. Which one do I choose? The game is over. I don't really discuss it any further. Well, then why would I show up at the press conference? I mean, why did they even give that as a choice? To get to this stage and then fall is extremely disappointing. No, it's not. And then this one was there for the taking. There will certainly be some regrets in the changing room after that. Now, we're going to do this. Will Mannion was superb for Cambridge. How unfortunate was it to face him in that kind of form? That's one of the best goalkeeping displays I've seen in a very long time. There's no doubting his quality, and we have to accept that it's tough when a goalkeeper puts in a performance like this. Again, I don't want to comment. He was okay, but they played well as a team. Or if you believe I sit back and admire performance from an opponent, then you've got your head in the sand. You're an ostrich. That's what you are. Yeah, we'll just do this one. How frustrating is it to lose a match in which VAR proved help to Hallam? To me, it says that we did the right things but didn't get the luck. Okay. We stuck to our plan. VAR told us we were on the right side of those fine margins. Actually, we were called for offside more often than not, so I don't know what kind of question this is. And, we wasted a good opportunity, or it feels like a bit of a lottery, whatever, second from the left. In light of today's events, what are your thoughts on the increased use of technology to help match officials? It's the same question you just asked me, right? Yeah, okay, we'll do second from the left. You see, it's easier if you just choose the second from the left every time and you stop sitting there worrying about this and stop thinking, why is the game asking me the same stupid question over and over again, just phrased differently, right? I know some of this is realistic, like a real life press conference would ask you that, but if this were a real life press conference, I should be able to write in my response and have the game respond to it, right? This is where AI would be helpful instead of having me just choose cardboard cutout responses, because then you learn the pattern, which is just second from the left, and everybody's happy all the time, right? The atmosphere is still positive, right? With your FA Cup campaign now at an end, how will you reflect on this journey? Everyone associated with the team can be proud of what we've achieved and the progress we've made. Or, I think we're a better team now than when we started this journey, and that's important because we need to keep improving. I actually like that a lot. There's a lot to the process, and I'm not there yet. Nah. We can talk about it until the cows come home, but it's more important for me to see us take the next step. We have to actually do that now. I think we have already. And then it wasn't quite the experience I thought it would be, and as such, I don't quite know what impact it'll have on our fortunes. That's the sort of thing I would say if I wanted to get fired, I think. So we'll choose that one again. It's been widely noted that Badhawi has been spending a considerable amount of time out of position. Is that a temporary switch or something more permanent? It's permanent. Right. First one, I'm the manager. I make the ultimate decision where individuals play. It's a case of adapting or dying. I'm not going to say that. Come on. Second, the one we'll choose, yes, it's born out of necessity. They've used the wrong form of the word born, but it could yet yield some results. Amber is here to do a job for the team. Doesn't anybody spell check this thing? I mean, anyway, neutral. It's a case of monitoring Badhawi's progress, whatever. Negative, there are always opportunities in football to innovate and grow in the face of adversity or simply by experimentation. And then the last one, I have plans for this to continue for the foreseeable future. Amber has excelled and there's no reason to revert back. Yeah, he is excelling at it, but I mean, if we choose that, they might get upset, so we'll choose this one. And look, they're all pleased. Everything is positive. We'll continue to the summary. We think that it went just fine. The press officer always says this. There was a highlight, I guess. I guess that's a highlight. And look, the BBC Radio Sheffield has great respect for me, right? I don't know why they have great respect for me. I'm managing a club that has no reputation and that's in the middle of nothing and that doesn't know anything about anyone, but so it is. Now, if we go over here to my profile, let's see if it shows up here. It might not because we're using this different, what's it called, skin. Yeah, managing media handling. See, I've got a 65% there on media handling, which is pretty good. And I should be somewhere on here talked about always being willing to talk to the media. I guess it doesn't show up. Oh, here we go. Media friendly. Yeah, that's my media handling style. So yeah, I always talk to them. And when we look at relationships, I do have a good relationship with Phoebe Simpson. We have a very close relationship. How about that? So good to talk with you, Phoebe. And so there it is. That's once again, that's my trick to handling post-match press conferences and really all press conferences. Just do second from the left or the second to the closest to neutral of the positive responses, and you'll be fine. That's it. There's nothing more to it. We just do the same thing every time, and then we act surprised when everybody thinks highly of us. But that's the way the game works. Talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.